those letters resonate with different parts of your body. You trying to unite Shakti with Shiva in the crown. Devotion is love.
Christians would be like, "Oh, that's evil."
I swear to God, it's really powerful and it's too fiery. So chant it for like one round. Don't overly do it.
Welcome to the Cosmic Conversations podcast. Today we have Krishna Ananda Bhairava. So, how did you come up with that name? Did you choose it for yourself, and you were like, "Okay, I like Ananda," and
Okay, it come from the book I was reading on Kali. It's called Tantric Kali. It's a chapter. It have a process of like initiation. So the process is you pick one of the names of Kali, right? But okay, you pick one name of Kali from like a list of 108, right? So if like you a man, you will put Ananda Bhairava. But if you was a lady, you put Ananda Bhairavi. So as I scrolled through the list, I seen Krishna Ye. Well, that's the mantric version. So it's on Krishna Ye Namaha. So I seen Krishna Ye, so I just picked the name because it stood out to me. I feel like I was more led to change the name because I read the book a few times, but I didn't read that part. So I was already deep into my bhakti practice and Kali devotion, so it just felt right. So I picked from the list of names and I picked Krishna. Then I just added the Ananda Bhairava to it because that's part of the tradition. So that's how I got the name.
nice, nice. Yeah, I really like it. In my tradition, sometimes these like monks, these sannyasis, they give us names. And actually, I was given a name, but I didn't really like that specific name I was given, so I ended up changing it to what it is now, which is Adi Asaya. So,
Mm.
so maybe we can talk a little bit about bhakti. You see, it seems like you're a bhakta. You're a
Yeah,
devotee of Kali. Would you call yourself
yeah,
a yeah?
yeah.
Um, so what is bhakti? What is a
Ba-
bhakta?
okay, Bhakta is like Bhakti basically means devotion. So in like tantric Hinduism, you can pick any deity really. It's called your Ishta Devata, which is your personal deity. I was drawn to Kali from like watching a lot of spiritual videos, and she just stood out. So when I started chanting her mantra, it just it just spiraled to more like poetry. But a bhakti is just devotion, and like through this process of through this process of bhakti and devotion, you seeking union with God, right? So bhakti is just like the path of devotion.
How would you describe devotion?
Devotion, okay, it's like stages, right? Okay, I was just reading this book recently. It's called Bhakti Yoga. So it's like stages. So say the first stage you got basic the basic religion phases of bhakti where like this is my God and no God exists. So my God can only exist if your God exists. But as you go, it's like this sense of yearning and longing for God start to happen. I showcase it in my poetry. So so the more you just practice, like you start to yearn. It's like this yearning, but you seeking to like I guess break the walls of separation where like you unite with the divine through bhakti, but at the same time, Shakti, right, Kundalini is like rising. So actually, it's inside you. It's like Shakti is inside you. Shakti is Kundalini, right? So this is one method of raising the Kundalini. This is only one method or raising the Kundalini. So I'm a Kali devotee, and like a part of her symbology is her standing over Shiva, right? Kali or Shakti is all form. She's thoughts, she's emotions, she's this body, she's form, but she's Kundalini, right? So it's this picture where she's standing over Shiva, right? So she's seeking to unite with Shiva, and that's per awareness. So through this bhakti practice, you is like the union of Shakti and Shiva, but through just a love, it's love based. So you seeking to love your way, like love, like one, I guess, but it's like love, devotion is love. So through this intense love and yearning and desire, will it eventually lead there. You trying to unite Shakti with Shiva in a crown.
Actually,
Yeah.
you're the second Kali devotee that I interviewed recently. I don't know if you've seen Nish the fish, but he
Oh,
does.
yeah. I see him some. Well, I seen him flash across my timeline, but I never engaged in his content.
Yeah, he's also a Kali devotee. So yeah, it's very interesting because Kali is often depicted as very like fierce and very
Mm-hmm.
fearsome, and like
Mm-hmm.
lots of times like Christians would be like, oh, that's evil, or like, oh, like,
Right.
all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah. I swear to God.
What
I
do you
swear
think
to
about
God.
that? Yeah, what do you think about that?
Everyone. Everyone thinks I'm demonic, right? Because it's a terrifying deity, right? But it is meant to be terrifying because she holds a human head, right? That's terrifying, but that's just symbolic of you. That's your own ego or your lower natures because she's considered the like she slayed evil. So her image is meant to be terrifying in a way. So when you look past the imagery, it's just some symbolic of spiritual transformation, But to the Christians, they programmed to see everything outside of their religion as evil. So I just accept it. Like it's just an acceptance.
Nice, nice. It doesn't bother you. You're in the flow. You're doing your thing, and you feel this, so you're just like, people haters gonna hate. It's like,
Yeah, like I be wanna talk openly with folks, but like I just learned that like it's not like oil and water don't mix. So it's like I just accept it.
so how did you get into spirituality? How did you start? How did you find Kali and all this stuff?
Oh, okay. Uh, I would say I started my meditation practice before I knew anything about spirituality. I feel like starting that meditation practice led me to like more spiritual topics. So from 2019 to like I started my Kali, chanting my Kali mantras in like late 20 late 22. So from those 3 years, I was just meditating, doing yoga, and like working out. So there's another thing, right? So doing all that, I feel like it was just preparing me to like eventually uh start chanting these mantras, right? Because mantras is what actually stimulate the Kundalini into rising. Specifically, the mantra cream is said to activate Kundalini. So on Cream Kali, I was just chanting all day. So from like 20, but wait, 2019, 2020, 21. That's when I actually started to like watch spiritual videos though. But from 2019 to this point, I was just meditating, doing yoga, working out. I look at that as preparing my body for this right here. Because you need a strong body to contain shock. I would consider it dangerous if like you don't know nothing about spirituality, you haven't cultivated a meditation practice, you haven't strengthened your body through yoga, working out. I will consider it dangerous because it's a lot to handle. But how did I get to it? I feel like it was a natural progress to it from like just me doing yoga. Me started doing stretching, then stretching led me to look more into yoga. And then I was just scrolling on social media. Then I just seen this guy talking about uh Egypt, but like he was a metaphysical teacher. His name was Bobby Hemmick. So when I started watching him, he was touching on a lot of spiritual traditions like Hermeticism, Kabbalah, Christianity. He was just talking about a whole bunch of spirituality. But when he talked about Kali, it's like I was just drawn to her. So this around 21. So that's how I got into spirituality. So when I seen Kali, I was already like drawn to her towards her. So it was just a natural gravitation towards spirituality. It wasn't nothing bizarre. It was just like I seen it, then I got curious, I explored it, but I was already meditating. I guess we can say I was already practicing it with whether I was reading about it or not. So I would say it was a natural progress to that point.
Right, right. So it wasn't like you like got hit by a car or something, and then you had like some crazy awakening. You just kind of
Mhm.
discovered meditation. It kind of naturally led into all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. So you mentioned briefly that Kundalini can maybe be dangerous. So, like, why do you do these physical like exercises, and how can Kundalini be dangerous?
See, it can be harsh on the body, but I don't know how because I'm already like my body not going through anything like
You're
drastic
protected.
because I was already physically fit, lifting weights, doing yoga, meditating. Like when when I was reading about like yoga and like Kundalini, they said you gotta prepare your body through like meditations and yogas. So when I thought about it, I'm like, oh, I was already preparing my body. So like that part, I don't know. I don't really know how it's dangerous if like because like even now if she rises just like spontaneous, I feel like you will like she will force you to adjust your life to her, you know? So it can be dangerous on your body if you unaware that it's in your body. So I will say the most dangerous part of it is the lack of knowledge and not knowing if you having a kundalini rising because everything else will just align. Like you will eventually start to meditate to like handle her. You will have to walk in nature and stuff like that because that's what she demands. So it's like she like it's just progress. That's how I look at it. If
Have
that
you
makes
had
sense.
have you had any like Kundalini experiences? Have you had anything interesting happen to you, or or maybe also, what do you
O-
experience when you're like chanting mantras?
Okay, this what happened first. When I was chanting early on, my head started to spin with the mantra, and like that was the first thing that happened. But eventually, she started to move through my whole body. So whenever I start to meditate or chant, she just started moving through my whole body. They called involuntary kriyas. So whenever I just decide to like relax, it just she just started moving through my body. So that's a big thing. In like crazy dreams, even seeing Kylie, like stuff like that.
There's lots of mantras. Do you have a favorite mantra that you use associated with Kali?
Well, anybody can chant this one, and I got it from a book. It was just Cream Kali. It was just that one, and like I didn't have a mala, so like I was just chanting for like 30 minutes to 45 daily. I would wake up, shower, yoga, mantra chant, and that was it. But I started to change and play with different mantras, but like that's the most basic one and the one that I use early on.
How far along in your journey did you start doing content? Did you start making content?
About spirituality specifically, like mm, probably like 2023.
Do you feel like that was like a point where you kind of felt more like solidified in your practice?
Yeah, because I was already wait. Yeah, because I was already going through the experience, you know. I didn't want to speak from like theology. So like I wanted to like understand it personally. So actually I've been documenting it personally. So yeah, I just didn't want to just start speaking because I was reading books, you know. So I went, so like I was practicing chanting mantras. I was already meditating. So yeah, by 2023, that's when I started speaking a little bit.
Hmm. What about like sex and semen retention, maybe no fap, or how do you think sexuality plays in like is interconnected with Kundalini or maybe with spirituality in general? Do you think that sex is good, or maybe it's not bad, or but maybe it should be something that should be like you should be like use moderation with it, or what do you think about those ideas? Or is that something that you're not really interested in?
I feel like it's up to like the person to like, you know, to like feel it, you know, like do like you wanna just be having like sex out there. But I noticed though when I do like semen retention, I feel like it helps. Like it increases the feeling of like bhakti of like yearning. Like so me personally, if like you wanna like more growth, I feel like not having sex or semen retention. I feel like that's good. Like, yeah. I wouldn't recommend having random sex though. No.
Yeah, maybe some Jezebel spirits out there. You can,
Yeah.
some people say
I
that it kind of you can kind of mix your energy with people when you have
but
sex with lots of people. But I don't know.
but
What do you think?
like once you get truly into this bhakti, like you just not gonna be like trying to, well, me personally, I'm just like every woman just don't move me. Like I just can't go out there and do it, you know? Nah. Nah, because once you start going through this awakening, like a lot of changes is going on. So you ain't gonna even have time to be trying to do that. It's too much too much gonna be going on though. But nah, sex though, I recommend semen retention for like periods of time because is you will see the difference in your practices.
So for people who are just getting onto the spiritual path, what would you recommend for them?
Meditate,
Meditate. How did you start meditating?
bro. It was so random. I was in my room, right? I was just sitting there, and and like it's so random because it's just random. I was just sitting in my room, and the thought just hit me in my head. I said, "Why do people meditate?" So I googled it. I googled what's the benefits of it. I read through it, then I started. I used to mean, and like I used to feel have a lot of like anxiety, you know, and it said it helps with that, you know. So after I read it, I like to see what's the benefits of something before I start it, you know. So as I looked through it, I said, okay. I started with 1 minute, progressed to like 3 minutes, then 5 minutes, then 10 minutes. But once I started it, I never stopped. So I would say the basic was like just to be more calm, like like mindfulness, you know. But I just stuck with it, and it just became like uh is how I started my day. Like I was waking up before school and just meditating for like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and like I just been doing it since then. So it was just a random thought that just I followed it and then I stuck with it. Now I'm here.
Um, how long do you meditate for now? Do you? I think I maybe saw a video. You're doing like 30 minutes or something. Or?
Yeah. Okay. I recently had a mala. I was just chanting and just going about my day. But when I have time, I like to just let. I like to do at least 30 because I just like to let her flow through me, like just move me. So at least 30 when I have time, like when it's just quiet. But I like at least 30 minutes.
And you're using that Kali stream. What was it again? It was the mantra.
Om Cream Kali.
Om Cream Kali. Yeah, yeah. So, and you're using that mantra or
Not right now.
not right
I'm
now?
using
Okay.
not right now. I uh I practice with different mantras just to see how they feel. But this something that I wanna say. Okay, you got harsh mantras, right? It's like cream. You got a mantra like whom, right? So say is one kind of mantra like cream, cream, whom. Do not overly chant that mantra because it's a it got a lot of fiery quality to it, and it can dry out your body, and like it lead to j- like it just don't feel right. So like when like you chant a harsh mantra, you can just use like one round. Like there's a like one round of the malas because it's too harsh.
I even almost felt something in my tailbone when he said that cream cream
Whom
home. Yeah,
yeah
it's powerful.
yeah both cream and whom is help stimulate Kundalini to rising. So like most of the mantras you see is like energetic formulas. So each sound resonates with different parts of your body. Just to put that out there. So on the chakra petals, you got Sanskrit letters, but those letters resonate with different parts of your body. Like the C sound come and chom, those uh hit your shoulders. So recently I would chant some mantras because I felt like I tweaked my shoulder, you know? So it's this other C sound, it's called Hreem, and it is solar. So it increases the prana. So I was chanting Om Hreem Chom, and I sent it to my shoulder, and like it healed. So like my shoulder feeling real better now. So like these mantras are like energy, like they use to direct energies. So once you know that cream cream home is really powerful and it too fiery. So chant it for like one round. If you chant it, don't overly do it.
Mm. Yeah, so you can get some boulder shoulders. Yeah, just chant lots of. It's cool.
Well, yeah, yeah, and working out.
What do you think about diet?
Okay, okay. I started off right already healthy because I lift weights and was doing yoga, right? I was already eating healthy, right? Which also is conducive to a Kundalini awakening. But over this past year or two, I was eating processed foods. And when I tell you every day, my body was aching. It was like pains all in the, and I'm wondering why. It was the food. Like she was reacting horribly to the food. Like you cannot be putting anything in your body. And when it comes to diet, you're gonna have to listen to your body. Like it's gonna react to the food you put in your body. So when it comes to diet, you don't have to be vegan, but you do have to listen to your body. So do not eat a lot of processed food though. It's not good. It leave you sluggish, body pains. Try to eat more holistic foods. Like don't eat. It's not good for you. And that's how I feel about diet.
Yeah, I made a video somewhat recently about how they put like petroleum like in foods. So they put like red food dyes and all these different
Yeah.
dyes, and it's like comes from petroleum, so like from gasoline. It's like a byproduct of that like refinement process. And they
Mhm.
discovered that it could color certain foods and make it really brightly colored. And so they were like, okay, we have all this stuff, we don't know what to do with it. So they started actually putting it in the food. So that's why like we get so many people with ADHD and all these problems. And I think it also can cause all that stuff you're talking about too, or it makes it worse.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
And
it's yeah.
in in that white sugar is is like considered a drug because they strip it from all its nutrient qualities and is addictive. So like when like you eat these junk foods and these highly processed food, like is addicting also, but it's just horrible for your body. So like I will recommend like throw away your junk food. Like that's horrible. Like don't eat it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there's lots of reasons why eating healthy is important. Like you're saying, like Kali was reacting in some way. Like this is your temple. You gotta
Yeah,
treat it right.
yeah. Yeah, you gotta just listen. Like you don't have to go super strict and like, oh, I'm going vegan and now you suffering. No. When you eat, just listen. Like your body gonna react. Like sometimes I eat something and like I just get real sleepy. I'm like, I can't eat that. Like I go to sleep instantly. No energy. Putting me straight to sleep. No. Just listen. That's all you gotta do. Listen.
Have you ever tried fasting or intermittent fasting?
Yes. I started that in 2020. Okay. I like to do 18, wait, 16s. So say I stop eating at 6 o'clock, I eat at 12 p.m. So say I stop eating at 6 p.m., I'm gonna eat at 12 p.m. So they're like an 18. So I got a 6 hour eating period, right? So I like doing those. And I like to do a 1 24 hour on like a Friday. Yeah, I like doing those.
How does that make you feel?
I feel good. Like I've been doing it for a while, so but it's like no, I feel good. You know, if they say after like 18 hours your body started to like restore certain stuff in your bodies. So like I feel good. But if like you used to eating a lot, you're gonna have a problem. But it's it's pretty good. Like it's easy. And it's great if like you was trying to lose weight and stuff like that. But I feel good doing it though.
Yeah, the monks in I have this kind of tradition you could say kind of that I'm a part of. The monks they fast 4 times a month. So they'll go like they'll eat dinner and then they won't eat the next day, and then the day after that they'll eat breakfast. So it's like a full day kind of fast. Oh, sorry about that. So it's like a full day kind of fast, and then they break it. They break the fast with water and salts and lemon in it, like lemon juice. So they put
Um,
like a bunch of salt and they drink that, and what that does is they drink it, and the salts makes it so that they don't like it doesn't go into their body, so it goes into their intestines and it like flushes them out. It's kind of like an enema kind of that you like drink, and so
um,
it like goes through your whole body. And so after you fast, all like the toxins supposedly like accumulate in the intestines, and then like you drink this water and it like flushes it all out. So it's really kind of a interesting, kind of unique thing.
I like that. I might try that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
That sound like something to try. See how I feel. But but the longest fast I did or do was is just like a 3 day. But I don't just fast randomly. But I don't know when was the last time I did a 3 day. But yeah, I fast. I do these fasts daily though, intermittent and like a 24. I do
yeah.
those.
Longer fasts are a bit sketchy for me personally. Like I can't. I struggle getting past like 2 or 3 days. Like it really gets really hard, and you know.
You know what though I love about like fasting? It's like when you do a 3 day, it's like your approach to food is totally different. It's like you like savor it and just instead of just gobbling it down. It's like I see you now. Like I'm gonna enjoy every sip of this drink. Like I broke my fast with some chicken broth and like man, it felt like heaven. Boy, I sipped it so slow. Like I had a new profound love for food then, but I should have tried again soon. But yeah, you should try. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
should try
definitely for
it.
me also. Like I recall one time when I was outside, and I was like just walking, and I think I was on a 1 day fast, and I was just like walking like late at night outside, and I like smelled like a pizza shop,
Yeah.
and like I think I was probably like a mile away, but I could smell it like I was like inside, and it was right next to me. So you're like your smell too gets like crazy. You can just smell
Yeah.
everything, at least for me. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
all your senses get heightened.
Yeah. And it's a good way to practice that discipline. That's why I first started doing fasts too. Just to be like disciplined about it and see can I do it. So
Thank you so much for coming on, man. Thank you,
thank
Krishna.
you for having me.
Yes, as always, ad astra. So blessings.
My blessings.